Hello chums, here I am again stuck in on a Saturday night. No way to be, is it really? But I will adapt to the situation, I suppose. It's an opportunity I meant to do it earlier this week, to mark the passing of, when you feel another piece of your childhood has just gone. I wanted to mark the passing of Wild Bill Oddie. Now I don't to hand have any, there was some goodies literature. There were 2 or 3 annuals, I believe, which I know a friend has a copy of some of these still. Like I say, I don't have any of this to hand, so we're going to have to focus on something else. Now, what I do have, and this and one of the other albums were a staple of my childhood playlist, The World of the Goodies. So this was released on Decca Records. I think, as I refer to in my self-published folly mentioned elsewhere on this channel, they were in a way, because I still wasn't sure what I made of pop music as a kid, but the Goodies were a kind of way in. The song that really caught me is not on this, it's on the other one. I think it's called The Goodies Almost Live, their version of Wild Thing. And I had no idea that, I thought that was a Goodies song. I had no idea that, had the history it had. But that really took me. And so the next thing to do is to try and acquire a Goodies album. And we went and somehow got the one without that song on it. But there's some really good things on it. So I figured, why don't we have another game of Russian roulette with the copyright gremlins on YouTube. I'm curious if anyone is actually minding the shop on the Goodies music, but I do have a feeling Bill was, of the 3 of them, I think Bill would have been the mastermind behind most of this. Shall we give it a little sample? I hear this now, I just think, chew on that, Andrew Lloyd Webber. Right on, Bill. I think when I was a kid and I saw the first name on the track list, I thought, oh, why do that? We'd get that at school. But it sort of comes in like the glitter band or something. Turns it into this absurd steamrollering rock gospel thing. I just think, there's comments from a Bill, nice drum sound. It is. Tim, excellent spoon playing. Graham, bright and beautiful. This is almost like a partner piece to that early Goodies theme, which is on side 2. Bill was like a funk master. Listen to it. I mean, a lot of people made albums back then, right? This isn't just some kind of fly-by-night comedy acts churned out album. Some of it's pretty good. Ride My Pony. Tim says, certainly not, madam. Now, this record predates their big hit with Funky Gibbon, but they obviously had a thing about primates, because this is like this hoedown on the same subject. Oh, stuff that Gibbon. Now, cannibalism. Mommy, 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 don't like my meat. Don't speak while you're chewing. It's a comedy song. It starts with the pets. I told her the budget was chicken. Last Sunday we shared out the wings. I collected his feathers and stuck them together. She's asking me why I don't sing. Tomorrow we'll curry the poodle. Which will last us a couple of days. We'll try to disguise it so she won't recognize him. But how will I feel when she says, Mommy, Mommy, there's something stuck in my throat. Mommy, it's a poodle. Mommy, where's Cannibalism. It's worse than one of those Italian films. Anyway, next, the big weepy ballad. Take it away, Bill. Oh, imagine if they played this at his service. That would just wipe you out if you were there. Oh, imagine it. There's always a soundtrack at these things, right? Imagine. I'm welling up a bit now. See, this is it. He was no dabbler in this, right? I don't think I can take much more. Graham's comment should have you in tears. Tim says it's at the corridor on the right. You know what? If they don't, or if they didn't play this at his service, I think they've missed a trick. There's a gospel sensibility to some of this, definitely. Listen to the first track. Along with this country and western thing. We're back to the upbeat mode here. If you're old enough to remember this, they changed the theme tune to the more knockabout one, maybe 76 or so, but when I was first watching, it was this version. And it's funky as hell. Listen to that rude brass. I think I DJ'd with this once, probably 20 years ago at this pub in Camden. And at the end, this Aussie girl came and thanked me for playing, because the goodies got big in Oz. I think it might have been sort of, archive showings of it after they'd stopped making it. But it got a big presence in Oz. And this Aussie girl at the two was really tickled that I played this. Funk flute, funk fusion flute. This one's a bit of fluff. They let Graham take the lead. But get this fucking monster of a song. Taking you back. This is from the episode of the medieval sort of episode. I forget the name of it. Fucking listen to this. The bass, incidentally, is credited to Chris Spedding. That's some pretty handy bass work on this. There's wah-wah on it and everything. Wow, wow. essence and pages. Taking you back in the days of old, back in the days of old. Taking you back. So they have to let Tim have his moment in the spotlight. This is a bit of whimsy, but okay.
I'd like to be a winter sportsman. I'd like to have a place that I could go where I could have a barrel of fun and a barrel of snow. Hey, hey, holiday, pack my bags and fly away where I can be the king of the resort. You can learn a lot from me, be a little winter sport. I thought I'd like to be a winter sportsman. Big and brown and butchers I could be.
Yeah, your dreams, Tim. Did he just say that? It builds up to it a little bit, but that rude brass.
Oh, hold on, man.
God, yeah.
That's nice reception, man. What's it for, like, baby? I don't know, man. New record or something. Oh, yeah, cool, man. Yeah, come in and join the party, loot around a bit. Yeah. Hi there, Cliff, Lulu, Zilla, Jelly Roll. Oh, no, thanks. Oh, great to see you, little Jimmy. Oh, great fun, man. Thanks, Mr. Kevin. Hi there, Randy, Rod, Elvis. Come on in, Carly. Hello, Elton. Don't fall off the shoes, man. Yeah. Oh, great to see you, Mick. The Yank Oh, hi, Gladys. How's the pips? Oh, yeah, looking very tasty. Oh, hi there, Osmonds. Hi there, Jacksons. I'm so glad you can make... Oh, watch Angle. Oh, headache, man? Oh, okay, I'll call the tree surgery. Hold it, man. What do you want? We're the goodies. That's right. We made this record. Ah. Adequate, man.
Locked out of their own party. So yes, as 70s comedy albums go, that's really no disgrace. And as far as, you know, one of the first albums I owned as a kid, not a bad place to start, really. You know, it's not like I was hip and I was picking up Lou Reed albums or anything like that. I wasn't even picking up Slade albums or Sweet albums. You know, at a time of life, I wasn't quite sure what I made of pop music. This was, you know, this was like the gateway drug. So, you know, it's sad to see them go. There's Bill in his yellow Goodies t-shirt. I'd have killed for one of those t-shirts as a kid. I still would, actually. But, you know, sad to discover as a child that Woolworths didn't stock such items. But Sir Bill's not with us. Tim, I think, departed during COVID, so it's only Graham's the last man standing. Yeah, it's hard to see them go. The obits spoke of Bill in terms of being a polymath, and that's true. And I don't think people realise quite how accomplished he was with music. You know, this is not some sort of knocked out shitty 70s comedy album. It's worth a look. So Godspeed you, Bill, to the twitching haunts in the sky. I'll think of you when I saunter across Hampstead Heath. which is geographically not that far from me, so big cornerstone of my childhood, and it's hard to let it go, isn't it? But there we go. Got to be thankful that we had them, right? So, thank you. Catch you next time.